Okay, so thank you very much for coming for this second part for the Arduino programming. Yesterday, the session was very fruitful, very successful. I personally found it very good. We managed to modify a simple program to use the Arduino board to control the LED lights. So every one of us have achieved all the milestones for the lecture. So that's wonderful. So today we are planning to do the same, but for a motor. And if everything goes well, we may even cover the part where we control the motor through the internet. So this depends on how quick you guys can move. So if we are sure that everyone is able to control the motor using the wire, then we can go wireless. Okay, so as usual, I know you guys are very excited. I've seen your posts, at least some of you on Open Learning. You felt very happy about that. You have done very well, and I'm very proud of you. But I hope that you stay focused and listen to Mike, because you know he's our expert. So you learn as much as you can, and the faster you move, the better you guys are going to learn. So I hand you over to Mike. Thanks.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. So before I want to start, I just want to check if there's any group that is only using a Mac to program it. Like the group has no more Windows computers or anything like that. Does anybody the whole group only has Macs and no Windows? Not today, but like if I want you to go and get a Windows computer, it's not possible. Is there any group with this situation? Just today. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. So, quick check. So did anyone go home and try to do what I wrote here? Then does anyone have it set up right now to show us? Can everyone set up their Arduino kits?
Okay, that's what I was talking about. Please listen to the instruction. So guys, please set up the Arduino board. Please set up the board. Every group, please set up the board just like we did yesterday. And if you need any help, please raise your hand. So now we have. Please pay attention. Mike wants to say something. We are now back to the answer. So Mike wants notice some trends here. He wants to make few comments. Then we will move to the next part, which is controlling the motor.
Okay. So just to pin everything down again, what you all have done, kind of running out of time, so you got to move on. Everyone remember to do declare their variables, so that's good. Then the next part about declaring the pin as output or input, some groups did not remember to do that, but most of you did, so that's all right as well. Chris. So it should look like this, the code, to make that sequence. Most of you got the code. Some of you are a little bit confused on how to make everything turn on and off together. You just remove the line that says delay. All right? Okay, so now we move on to what we're going to do today. Checklist. So does everyone have their motor? Yep. Okay. Cell phone tape. Yep. Batteries. Yep. And what we have yesterday, laptop, USB cable, Arduino, Wi-Fi shield, and the motor controller. Yep. So today we are going to start with how to connect the motor to the Arduino. Okay? Then move on to the other things, but first this one first. So one very important thing you should remember is that if you look at your digital input and output, it goes from 0 to 13. But don't use 0 and 1, okay? Because that is for serial communication. And it's not something relevant to us, but the pin does not work that way. So just don't use 0 and 1. After that, you can use whatever pin you want. So this is a summary of what we're going to do. I'll go into them part by part now. Now, could you please connect wires from the Arduino board to your motor controller? I have put the two different motor controllers here with their layouts. Could you just quickly follow it? Pick 2 pins on your Arduino board, maybe 4 or 5, and then connect them in the way I show it here.
Okay, so there's a slight change of plans. We will stop working on the motor controller today because, yes, please, I'm so sorry. Just listen to me. I'm worried that while you are trying to connect the wire, you will break the pins. And when you break the pins, we literally end up with spoiling this part and needing to purchase a new one. So there is another way to do it, but we don't have the clip. So we'll get you the clips. Meanwhile, what Mike is giving, he's making some modification. We will move into controlling the LED using the wireless communication. Yes, so you will use it wirelessly and connect it to the iPad, and we will do this later.
Okay, everybody, don't put the wireless onto your Arduino yet, okay? If you have, take it off. Okay, I was hoping to spare you all some coding and do some practical, but since we cannot do that, we'll have to go back to more coding. What you have learned so far is that you set a program into the Arduino board, and then it will run by itself. Yes? So, but what we want to eventually achieve is, you want it to be able to understand commands that you send it, and then respond to it. So, for that, you will have to add a number of things to your code. So, could everyone just open up the Blink example file again? Just do that now. The Blink example file. All right, guys. Hello. Yeah, so if everyone has opened the Blink example file, could you just add those things that you see on the PowerPoint there into the file? Add incoming byte and equals to 0 after your INT LED equals to 13. Okay, and then you add serial.begin after the void setup section. Just before your pin mode, add the second item there, and just after your INT LED, add the first section there. Be aware of your brackets. Add it inside the brackets of the relevant section. The top section does not have any brackets, okay? Okay, once you all do that, the top part of your code should look something like this. Can everyone do that? Anyone having trouble? So yeah, could you use the original example file, not the modified one? You modified this file, right? I want you all to use the original file. So open the example file again. Yeah. Okay. No, as in, I'm asking you all to add that line in. So I say after you add it, it will look like that. Those of you that use those of you who are using your example file that you modded, please reopen your example file. Okay. Use the original one, the one that says pin 13. INT means integer, CHAR means character. They are actually parts of C programming, but because, I mean, you will learn this later in C programming. Yeah, because we are kind of jumping through that, so I didn't go into the details of it, but yeah.
So what is this, incoming byte?
No, INT means, incoming byte is just a name you define for it. It can be actually anything, but we're just using incoming byte for consistency, everybody.
So what does it mean, incoming byte?
You are making a variable now called incoming byte, and the value is 0.
So
and it is a character
when you press
variable.
0 and then
No, so that means you are creating this thing. Like, remember I said that this is like you got to tell the thing what is the left arm, what is the right arm, right? So now you are like making another right arm, okay? And you're telling this right arm is now 0. Later you can do something else with it. Yeah, so we'll get to that now. So once everyone's done.
one thing about there's no difference between the example and this.
Yeah, I mean, what do you mean?
I mean,
You guys uploaded the code already?
yeah, we are done.
Don't. We're not done yet. I'm not done yet. Guys, when you're done modifying it, don't upload the code, okay? That's nothing yet. We're not done yet. Okay? Don't be so excited. There's more things to add. After that, right after your void loop section, you need to add those 3 lines. Has everyone done what I told you to do? Does anyone have any trouble following? Yes. What's up? Done. Okay. Move on. I want to teach you another part about programming. Okay? Is the if and else if condition. Okay? So in order for the machine to be able to respond to your commands, it has to receive something and then you have to act on it. So to tell it to do that, you have to use is, if, and else if. In the same way that you will use it in the English language, you tell the machine that if the command F is given, then the robot will go forward. Else if the command X is given, then the robot will stop. Okay? But since we're not dealing with any motors, we will use it to control the LED light to turn on and off. Okay? So keep that in mind. So this is what it will look like, the front part, which you all have already done. At the back, ignore the top line. Okay. This is how the if and else if command works, okay? So it should be written like this. You all should write it down. I will put it in the I'll upload this notes later. But this is how it will always be used, okay? So if incoming byte is Q, then it will turn on, and else if incoming byte is W, then the LED will turn off. Can you all modify the code to make it look like that? Yes. The bottom part of your existing code right now, you may delete it. You don't need it anymore, okay? So you add this right after your if serial available and things like that. Sorry? The digital write. Digital write LED, whatever it is down there now, you can delete it and you have to add this code in. It's else if, it's actually one word. I mean, the computer understands it as one command. It's not one word, but the computer understands it as one command. Split the word. But if you put else next to if, it's like saying, if it's this, if not else, then if it's another condition, something like that. Because if you just put else, it will not have any condition at the back. Guys, okay. Everyone who got the code up and running already, please upload it to the Arduino board. If you cannot get the code up, if you upload and there's an error, can you just copy the correct code from Facebook for the time being? After you have uploaded the code, can you start serial monitor over there? Indicator on the PowerPoint slide, alright? Do you know how to send a manual command to turn it on and off? Do you start a serial monitor? Okay. You have to upload the code and you have to use the one that is plugged it to. Okay. Upload already, right? Start the serial monitor. Okay. Change it to 11520. Okay. Send a capital Q and a capital W. See what happens. No, this Q. Then okay. The LED on the bottom turns on. Send a W. Turns on. So that's what you actually type. When you type, say when it gets Q, it will turn it on. When it gets W, it will turn it off. So what you're doing is you're sending the command manually now. Okay. The thing about this board is that when you put the Wi-Fi card here, it will not be able to accept any more further programming. Okay? You have to take out the Wi-Fi card. So while you are writing the code and you are debugging it, you should do it wired. Then when you got it correct, only you put the Wi-Fi board on. That's why you need to learn how to do this manually. Okay? The loop is still working. What it's doing, it's still looping, right? The thing keep repeating all these conditions to itself. So once it receives the condition, it will perform it. No, I mean,
on is under my control.
yeah, I mean the loop. Why you have to put all these parts in the loop? Because when it's looping, that means whenever this board is on, it will repeat all these code, right? So this code does nothing unless it receives a command. Okay? So it's just like your brain just saying that, you know, if I see a left turn, I have to do a left turn. But you don't just do a left turn, right? You wait until there is a left turn. So yeah, that's what it's doing. Yeah. Okay.